rides in fast with a mic in hand, boots on the ground, he's taking a stand. Talking top ropes and a steel cage fight, Dr. Love's bringing passion every Saturday night. From Nashville bars to the squared up stage, he's calling out legends, flipping the page with a cowboy hat and a wild red heart. He's been loving wrestling from the very start. Yeah. He's Dr. Love, the American cowboy, taking down hate and bringing the joy. From pile drivers to a power bomb kiss, ain't nothing sweeter than a suplex bliss. Red, white, and boots of flame. Aaron loves wrestling, riding that fame. He's breaking the rules, but he's always true. This cowboy's heart bleeds red, white, and blue. Turn up the heat when the lights go low. He's calling matches like a rodeo show with a rebel soul and a wild man's grin. If you step to the mic, you ain't gonna win. He's got love for the stories and love for the fight. Late night talks under neon lights. He'll walk that line between rough and refined. Dr. Love's got a lariat and a mastermind. Yeah, he's Dr. Love, the American cowboy, running on passion, not just a ploy. With fire in his voice and truth in his eyes, he's calling it live where the legend lies. Red, white, and boots of flame. Aaron loves wrestling, riding that fame. From the buckle to the brawl, he stands so tall. Dr. Love's here to give it his all. Yeah. So raise your glass to the rebel host, to the cowboy doctor we all love most. From heartbreak heels to fan favorite cheers, he's been riding with wrestling for all these years. Dr. Love, the American cowboy. This ain't just a show, it's a power bomb blow. He rides in fast with a mic in hand, boots on the ground, he's taking a stand. Talking top ropes and a steel cage fight, Dr. Love's bringing passion every Saturday night. From Nashville bars to the squared up stage, he's calling out legends, flipping the page with a cowboy hat and a wild red heart. He's been loving wrestling from the very start.
Lights go down, the bell's about to ring. Aaron's in the booth
talking about everything from WWE to you, classics and the rest. You know he's got the passion and he's bringing you the best. Aaron loves wrestling, feel that heat. Every finish.
What's going on, all my wrestling lovers and loves wrestling podcasts? And I am Dr. Love, Aaron, and I want to talk about Karrion Kross. That's right. Karrion Kross contract expired today, or expired on Sunday. And I just want to know why the WWE not re-sign Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross first came in the WWE around 2020. That's when Karrion Kross first signed with the WWE. So Karrion Kross comes into WWE, one of the top talent in WWE, the hottest attraction. He came from Impact as Killer Kross, came to WWE, changed his name to Karrion Kross, and then now you got Scarlett with him, and then NXT Black and Gold. They are one of the top stars within the NXT Black and Gold. He became NXT World Champion, had to vacate it due to an injury. Then he got and then he got moved to the main roster. And then when he got moved to the main roster, that's when Vince McMahon changed everything about Karrion Kross into this some gladiator type gimmick. And all the fans hated it, including myself. So you got Karrion Kross, who made a career as Killer Kross at Impact and the Indies, MLW, GCW, and then he gets to WWE, does it in NXT, and then Vince McMahon just changes everything about Karrion Kross, removes Scarlett and everything. And of course, they didn't sit right with Kross, but he did what he did because he was told, just be a good soldier and you'll get your time. Well, he did that. Then later, he was released. Scarlett was released. And then in 2022, when the whole thing happened with Vince McMahon, you had Vince McMahon, Triple H took over. Word has it Kross was close to signing with AEW at the time, and then he, I guess, gets a call from Triple H, and he calls him back to WWE. And of course, Kross is going to accept it because he loves WWE, grew up watching WWE. And if you watch his documentary on YouTube, he goes into that. He says that he wants to be in WWE, he wants to stay in WWE because he grew up watching WWE superstars such as Bret Hart, such as Stone Cold, and many others, and he wants to be like them. He wants to retire in WWE. He wants to finish his career in WWE. So when Triple H brings him back, 3 years since bringing him back, right? Since 2022. Triple H has literally hardly done anything with Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross also mentions in the video that that Bray Wyatt wanted to include him in the new Wyatt Six, along with the Righteous, Vincent and Dutch. If you know them, they're a great tag team. I love them. I would love to see them back in either TNA or AEW, whichever. I don't care. Or even WWE. They wanted to be Bray Wyatt wanted them to be a part of the Wyatt Six, Vincent and Dutch and Karrion. And of course, that didn't happen. And then when the whole Bray Wyatt thing started, the White Rabbit, when the White Rabbit was a thing, everyone thought Karrion Kross was the White Rabbit. He even teased it on Twitter, which at the time, that's probably when Bray Wyatt was getting the idea. Maybe creative was going along with it, and that's why Kross made those little tweets. It was Twitter at the time. So when you have Karrion Kross getting this recognition from Bray Wyatt, you would think Karrion Kross would be a solid push, especially after we lost Bray Wyatt. Karrion Kross is an organic attraction. What do I mean by that? Everything about him is organic. It's all him. It's all him. And then when you have something like that, even Paul Heyman stated on the Ariel Helwani show that Karrion Kross is like the modern day Stone Cold. Everything's organic about him, with his popularity, the fans getting behind him, his character work and everything. So when you have Karrion Kross, this guy who has worked hard for everything that he's gotten to at this point, gone through the trenches, been that quote unquote good soldier, and then you have, this is how WWE repays them. You had WrestleMania in his backyard in Las Vegas, and you couldn't even put him on a card in a match. In his documentary as well, it stated that Logan Paul got Karrion Kross at least a spot on the WrestleMania by getting involved with the Logan Paul and AJ Styles match in WrestleMania 41. Karrion Kross is and Scarlett, they're once in a lifetime type talent. I see a lot on social media. They want to criticize Karrion Kross. Oh, he's not a main attraction. The fans are the IWC just they're just want him right now, something new or whatever their excuse is, and they're saying the IWC doesn't know what a top attraction is. They don't know what a main event player is, and that Karrion Kross is nothing but a jobber. If you think Karrion Kross is a jobber, I don't know what to tell you, because he's not. When you have someone get in the ring and have good creative stories with such as AJ Styles, Sami Zayn, and even Rey Mysterio way back when he first came to WWE, that is something that is special. Karrion Kross is a great talent. Why did WWE let him go? I don't know. Karrion Kross facing Rey Mysterio, having that feud with him. Rey Mysterio and Kross with that story that he had. You had Karrion Kross with the AJ Styles feud. Triple H put Karrion Kross in this faction with the Final Testament, with the Authors of Pain. I thought it was a great pairing at first. I thought it was good, but they went nowhere with the faction. Excuse me. It's late. But they went nowhere with the faction. They had some good feuds here and there. It looked like even some good feuds here and there, and they didn't go anywhere with it. Why? Then after Kross goes out for a while, he comes back, and then he comes back as a singles wrestler. And then that's when you see him get in the ring with AJ Styles and he starts getting in the ring with just him and Scarlett. He's on the main event show on WWE that WWE has on Peacock on Saturday night. WWE main event. Not Saturday night main event, it's just main event. You have Karrion Kross going through all this. When the fans chant, "We want Kross," they hashtag on social media, "We want Kross." And then you think that you don't have a top attraction here? You don't have a main event player? A world champion? Karrion Kross is world championship material. A lot of people say, well, where do you see it? Go look at his run in NXT when he was the NXT world champion. You say, oh, well, that was the developmental brand. Yeah, look how many wrestlers have come out of it, have came out of NXT and are world champions. Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, many others. And then you got Kross. Kross had a great run with the NXT World Championship. Karrion Kross deserves better. Karrion Kross deserves to be pushed in the World Championship division, in the World Championship picture. I want to see Karrion Kross pair with the Righteous, but at the end of the day, I really want to see Karrion Kross on his own as a strong single superstar, because he is one. Having Karrion Kross pair up with the Righteous in either TNA or AEW. The Righteous are in TNA right now. So having Kross sign with TNA would be good if he's paired up with the Righteous. But having Karrion Kross sign with AEW, in my opinion, will be the ultimate jab to WWE. Why? Because WWE let this guy's contract expire. Supposedly there's a report that there was a contract offer to Karrion Kross. If Karrion Kross didn't accept that offer, obviously it wasn't good enough. For a guy that said he wants to be in WWE because he loves WWE, if he didn't get that good of enough a contract, if he refused to sign that contract, do you think that WWE offered him something like, I don't know if it was not enough money, maybe it's not what he wanted as far as creative, I don't know, maybe all the above. Kross should be in the world title mix. Kross should be in a world title feud right now with Seth Rollins or Cody Rhodes. Karrion Kross can do that in telling that story not only with the mic, but in the ring. Karrion Kross can tell that story in the ring. Karrion Kross can tell that story on the mic in a promo package. Karrion Kross is the guy that WWE wants to keep and push. You're not going to have Roman Reigns around forever. You're not going to have Seth Rollins around forever. You're not going to have Cody Rhodes around forever. And not only that, WWE needs more top heels to go up against the baby faces. You got Seth Rollins, but who else? Yeah, you got Drew McIntyre. He's really good. Roman Reigns ain't really a solid heel. He's actually turning more to babyface than he's a heel. So who do you got as a top heel? A top heel as on the level of Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Ain't much. Pick it slim. But you had Karrion Kross. It could have been that. But you let him go. WWE and TKO let him go. We can't really blame Triple H. We don't know what Triple H's mindset behind it was. But if Karrion Kross isn't getting what he's wanting in WWE, then he should go elsewhere. And what better place to go to AEW, the number 2 wrestling promotion in the world, and go and compete over there, be a top guy over there, and to show WWE, hey, you messed up. Yeah, he could go to TNA, but he'll be right back in the same bubble that he was. I say branch out, go to the other company, show WWE they messed up. Go to AEW. Be one of their top guys over there. And sell. And then show WWE. You had me. You could have used me. You didn't. This is on you. I don't know what WWE is thinking by letting Karrion Kross just walk like this. A lot of people are saying it's a work. I don't believe it. I don't think it's a work. If Karrion Kross gets re-signed, they could probably play it off as a work, but this isn't work. Karrion Kross merchandise is still on WWEshop.com, and yes, at full price, but it does not mean he didn't get released. WWE is going to make the money off of Kross, whether he's there or not. They're going to keep it at that price right now, and eventually go on clearance. And when it does, that's when it's really going to sell. I would not mind Karrion Kross re-signing with WWE, only if he's going to get pushed. If he's going to get pushed and he's going to be a solid superstar on the roster, more on television every week, and stories and matches, then I will get behind it more. But if he's not, then he needs to go do what Cody Rhodes did, Drew McIntyre, and many others, and go out from the WWE umbrella and go sell yourself on the independents or even in AEW. You don't have to go to AEW. I would like to see him in AEW. I would like to see Karrion Kross in the AEW ring and compete with the likes of Hangman Adam Page, Jon Moxley, MJF, Swerve Strickland, Kenny Omega, even Kazuchika Okada. There's a whole line of wrestlers, Darby Allin. There's a whole line of wrestlers that Karrion Kross can go compete it with in the AEW. I think Killer Kross versus Darby Allin would be great. Heck, put them together in a faction. You say, oh, another faction with Karrion Kross. What a brilliant idea. If it works and it goes over. Final Testament didn't really go over. But you pair Karrion Kross with the likes of The Righteous, with Vincent and Dutch, whether it's TNA or AEW. You go pair him with those two guys and watch them sell and watch them make money for whoever company they're under. That is what Karrion Kross and The Righteous can do together. And it can be a top faction. Karrion Kross is great on his own. But if you put him in a faction like The Righteous and they sell, boy, God, that's something. I would like to see Karrion Kross team up with The Righteous in either AEW or TNA. If The Righteous is in TNA and has a contract with TNA, well, Karrion Kross is going to go to TNA. But if not, and they go to AEW, then I say they go branch out to AEW and go over there and be a top faction over there. Imagine Karrion Kross and The Righteous, Killer Kross and The Righteous. He won't be carrying over there. Killer Kross and The Righteous with in the AEW Trios division, winning the AEW World Trios Championships. That would having another top trio like that would bring life to the Trios division in AEW. Imagine the Righteous and Kross facing off against the Death Riders. Imagine Righteous and Kross facing off against the Ops, facing off against even Hurt Syndicate and Tag Team Championships. If MJF gets a group against his group, imagine if Kross could go over to AEW, put himself over there, which he already put himself over in WWE, but he goes over to AEW and the ratings go up. And now AEW is real. Now AEW is really going to be a problem for WWE. I mean, they already are right now. But you get a guy like Karrion Kross over there in AEW, you get him in the ring, and then some stories with some of them guys over there. Yeah, their ratings are going to go up. Their ticket sales are going to go up. Those arenas that you see them selling out, as far as 1,000 to 2,000 to 5,000, it's going to go up again because Kross is that guy. You see the movement on social media right now. We want Kross as the number one trend on social media. We want Kross as the number one trend on social media. You mean to tell me that if he didn't go to AEW, or if he goes to AEW, that he's not going to boost their ratings up? I'm not saying people are going to stop watching WWE, but they're going to pay attention to AEW now because Kross is over there. I love WWE. I love AEW. I love TNA. Wherever Kross ends up, I will be there to support him. I will watch him every week. I will try to go to a show and see him live and in person. I love Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is one of my favorite wrestlers in the company or in wrestling today. He was one of my favorites in WWE. The WWE lets him walk or doesn't offer him enough for him to stay. So you mean to tell me that WWE couldn't say, hey, here's the money. You did great. We're going to put you over. We're going to get you in some stories and some feuds. Give you a world title shot. Put the title on you. Good job. If you watch the documentary on YouTube, Kross goes on how many in the back praised him for that promo after WrestleMania. And he even mentioned that the guy in the suit, quote unquote, wasn't a shot at Triple H. It was just a shot at the man in the suit. The corporate. That's who it was at. It wasn't at Triple H. Kross loves Triple H. Kross is a fan of Triple H. Kross admires Triple H. Kross's promo, or not promo, his venting his feelings, I'd say, after WrestleMania, that put him more over than anything. And even those in the back said that that's what we needed out of you. But if that's what you needed out of him, then why didn't you sign him after you got what you needed? So now you can pick up on that momentum and continue it, and then put him in title matches such as the Intercontinental Championship or the World Title. He could go up against Seth Rollins. Honestly, in my opinion, Kross isn't a babyface or a heel. He's just Kross. You can either love him or you hate him. That's all it is. And that's what I love about Karrion Kross. I love those type of guys who are just in the middle. You can love me, you can hate me, I don't care, but I'm going to do what I'm going to do, whether you like it or not. That's what I love about Karrion Kross. I don't know why WWE didn't offer him more. And if this is a work, they got us all, especially me. But there's a difference between what happened with Ron Killings and what's happening with Kross. There's a difference there. And maybe if it is a work, they're doing it differently, so we don't pick up that as a work. But Kross and Scarlett, they put out their thank yous to WWE. Not only that, they put up their booking emails on their profiles for people to call out and contact them and book them, because they're free agents. They don't have to wait 90 days. They can sign anywhere they want to, and they're probably going to test the field. They're probably going to see who's going to offer them more. Because honestly, Kross and Scarlett are top talent in the wrestling business. I guarantee you, they go over to TNA or AEW, they're going to draw attention and fans over there. The ratings going to go up, ticket sales going to go up just to go see them. That's what a superstar does for professional wrestling, whether it's in WWE, in AEW, or TNA. That is what they're doing to draw your attention, to get you to buy the ticket and the shirts and all that. And that's what Kross does. He does that with the uh, he does that with WWE. He can do that with AEW. He can do that with TNA. Man, imagine Karrion Kross in TNA teaming up with Elijah and the Righteous. Imagine that. Imagine Elijah, Karrion Kross, and the Righteous all in one faction over in TNA. Man, I would love that. That'd be great. Not only that, imagine Kross in AEW. A lot of people say, oh, he won't be a good fit over in AEW. I think he would. How many people have said that about many other wrestlers in AEW? Bobby Lashley, for example. I mean, you look at Bobby Lashley, you look at a lot of other wrestlers, they're not that strong style wrestling. They offer a different style for you to watch on AEW, and Kross can do the same. I honestly think Kross could go in the ring with Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay and Karrion Kross, or Killer Kross, would be in AEW. If he could go with the likes of Sami Zayn, he could definitely go with the likes of, and AJ Styles. He could definitely do it with Will Ospreay. Put Karrion Kross on my wrestling television. That's all I want. Whether it's AEW, whether it's TNA, WWE, I don't care. If he does go to TNA, I would like to see Elijah, the Righteous, and Kross all team up in a faction. TNA kind of already did it with Elijah and the Righteous. They tried, but now you had Kross. That'd be a great faction. But Kross doesn't go to TNA, and he goes to AEW. If there's some way the Righteous can go back to AEW, because AEW could use some more top tag teams, and the Righteous would be a great fit. Not only that, you can add Kross, Vincent, and Dutch and the Trios division and compete for the AEW Trios World Championship. Then I would like that as well. Karrion Kross deserves more. Karrion Kross has worked his butt off, and I know a lot of wrestlers do. But Karrion Kross, when I first saw him in Impact years ago, I liked the guy. I was a fan. When I saw him in NXT, I became more of a fan. And when I saw him more on the WWE main roster, I loved him even more. I love Karrion Kross. Wherever Karrion Kross goes, whether it's back to WWE, to AEW or TNA, or he just does the independents, I will do my best to tune in to watch, purchase his merchandise, and support Karrion Kross because I love Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross is, and Scarlett, I hate this for him, but a lot of times when you see wrestlers leave WWE, you see superstars leave WWE, and they go out into the independents, or they go try out other companies, and they go put themselves over there. Sometimes that gets them right back under WWE, and now they're top. Now they're going to be pushed in top stories. Look at Cody Rhodes. Look at Drew McIntyre. Look at many others have left WWE, go make a name for themselves, and they come back. A lot of times it's a good way for them to go out and build themselves and uh, kind of figure things out and then they get that, and then they come. WWE sees that they done better. That they okay now they got a character. Now they got the gimmick. Now they got what works for them. Now honestly, Kross has already done that in WWE. Honestly, Kross doesn't need to leave WWE to go do that. If you really want to look at it, but Kross does it and goes to the competition. Now WWE is gonna be, oh yeah, we messed up. Because soon you're not going to have Roman Reigns much longer. He's already said he's got a few years left, and then he's done. Seth Rollins, the same. Jey Uso's even stated that. They don't have many years left. Who knows how long Cody Rhodes will keep going at WWE. So you're going to need guys like Karrion Kross. You're going to need guys like Braun Breaker. You're going to need a lot of talent, young talent coming up from not only NXT, but from other wrestling promotions from around the world. Karrion Kross is that guy. I really hate that WWE let his contract expire. I really do. Karrion Kross, if you're listening, man, if you ever come across this episode of my podcast, I just want you to know I love you. You got my full support no matter where you go, even if you re-sign with WWE. And I really hope to see you later down the line, especially in person at a live event, hopefully an independent show down the road. Thank you for what you have done for the wrestling business. Thank you for never giving up, not only on us fans, but especially on yourself. And thank you for being an inspiration to us of never giving up, to keep following your dreams and your passions, and to keep going even though the road might get tough. I thank you, Kross, for being that example, and I hope and pray you get what you deserve one day, especially at being World Heavyweight Champion. Really appreciate it, Kross. Well, everyone, those are my thoughts about the Karrion Kross situation. I do appreciate everybody watching and liking and commenting. Hit that notification bell for future episodes. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Go follow me on my other socials, TikTok, Instagram, X, Threads. Let me know in the comments what you think about Kross leaving WWE. Let me know, do you still think it's a work? Do you think it's real? And also let me know, where do you want Kross to sign? Do you want him to sign back with WWE? Do you want Kross to sign with AEW? Or do you want him to sign with TNA or on the independents? Let me know in the comments. I appreciate everyone for watching and supporting the brand. I thank y'all for subscribing for all those subscribers so far. Thank you. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Support this channel. I'm trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We got 4 months to go. I'm 135 subscribers already. Keep hitting that subscribe button and let me know what you think about Karrion Kross and WWE not re-signing Karrion Kross. Let me know what you would like Karrion Kross to sign, AEW, TNA, or WWE. What do you think of Karrion Kross teaming up with Vincent and Dutch and the Righteous? Comment, let me know. Like, subscribe, follow me on my socials. Appreciate everybody. I love y'all. Just remember, everyone, love professional wrestling. Thank y'all. Have a blessed one.
Lights go down, the bell's about to ring. Aaron's in the booth talking about everything from WWE to you, classics and the rest. You know he's got the passion and he's bringing you the best. Aaron loves wrestling, feel that